guys, welcome to our podcast. Today we are talking about lesser-known tech brands. We will be giving a definition of what constitutes a lesser-known tech brand, 3 examples, and some buying recommendations. First, definitions. Douglas, what do you define as a lesser-known tech brand?
I would say just a brand in general. A smaller brand is lesser known because less people buy from it. And some of the cool things from a smaller brand that you get is, since it's a small brand, they are only selling to a small group of people, a small niche of people. And so they're able to create unique products just for that group of people rather than having to make a laptop or a phone for a large group of people. So they can really target the things that this small group of, like, let's say 50,000 people want, rather than what the whole world needs. And the whole world doesn't need a fancy, flashy new product or something that has to do with photography or coding or something. They just need something that works. And so they really get to make some cool things with each of their products.
That's a good point. I would also add to that, a lot of times with smaller brands, they are pushed to innovate more, to be like unique. They're pushed to also try new forms of marketing.
Well, they have to stand out from the bigger companies.
They have to be a head turner. And do something, a lot of times something just out of the ordinary to cause people to be like, wait, what are they doing? What are they launching? And some examples of these would be OnePlus, Framework, and Nothing. OnePlus started in 2013 by a guy named Carl Pei. Some call him the new Steve Jobs. He created this company by basically making what he called the flagship killer. It was a phone back in 2013 that it was the same, like, high specs as like the iPhone of the day or something like that. But it undercut in price. And he experimented with new marketing techniques that just made people turn heads by like an invite system for the first, I think, 2 phones. They're like, made people find out it's rare and make people want to buy it more. And then, over time, it just kind of evolved more and more. And just having like fast charging and high-end performance for
things that other phones didn't have.
And undercutting the competition. What about Framework?
Framework is a relatively new laptop brand. They have this idea that laptops should be upgradable and customizable. So when you buy a Framework laptop, you're able to upgrade the RAM, the SSD, which nowadays isn't even always upgradable. But then you can also change out the whole motherboard. And so you can buy just a motherboard from their website. So you can buy an 11th gen, Intel, 12th, etc. And you can just put that in your new laptop and it will run just fine. And so, like, when you want to go out and upgrade to a new laptop, you don't have to buy a new laptop. You can just buy a new motherboard from Framework, put it in your laptop, and you'll get the brand new performance that the new chip provides. And this provides a unique thing where you don't have to buy a new screen, a keyboard, trackpad, the whole laptop unit. You can just buy a $500 CPU module from the company, which means over the long run, you're going to be buying smaller upgrade packages. Like, each couple years, you can spend less money. So in the long run, the Framework laptop actually is a good way to save money. But not only does it help you save money and is less waste, but Framework also has this cool idea where they are trying to market to, like, the tech enthusiast. And so tech enthusiasts care about what ports they have on their laptops and stuff. And so one of the cool things that Framework laptops have is all the ports are removable. And so these little modules, so you install them in the side of your laptop. And so if you want HDMI on one side and your charging port on the other side and a USB on each side, that's what you can do. Or if you want all USB-Cs because you like your dongles, you could do that. And so this company is really just pushing towards a laptop brand where you're in charge, instead of you just have to go to Apple and say, I want the new laptop. But instead, you get full control over what laptop you're using.
That's true.
And part of that is also because they give great support for Linux and Windows alike. And so no matter what you want to do with your laptop, how you want to set it up, and the specs you want, you have full control over everything of the laptop.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. The third brand, Nothing, is another brand started by Carl Pei. he in 2020 he left OnePlus and decided to start kind of this new venture. He saw an issue within kind of the tech world of how a lot of tech just started to look the same. Like a lot with phones, a lot of phones are just like slabs of glass, some chips inside, camera bump, screen on the other side. And he was like, what if we made tech fun again? What if we went back to like the 90s where you have the transparency and
colorful designs and things that make you want to use the tech.
Exactly. And he's like, what if we did that and made tech fun again?
Yeah.
And so they started with the Nothing Ear 1, which was a pair of earbuds. They were transparent though, so you could see a lot of the insides of them. And then he was like, or first they weren't the best earbuds, but the main thing was the design.
Which caught a lot of people's attention.
And he also used marketing. He made it to where a little bit of information was like sent out on using a lot of social media, which was at the time and still is a very big free market for marketing.
Yeah.
And he like would release a little bit of information at a time, make people want to get more, want more of this product. Be like, what are they gonna do next?
Keep people on their toes.
What's it gonna look like? And he focused on this minimal aesthetic, creating several phones. Now they've made a good amount of money now. I think within like close to $2 billion over the past 6 years. One of the fastest growing tech companies in the world. And they focus on like this minimal aesthetic and also made it so where it's not addictive, trying to make it unique, minimal, and not addictive, but still good.
Yeah.
With the glyph interface and the glyph lights where you can set your phone down, screen down, and then when you get an important notification, the lights will go off, and then you know, oh, this is important. Not your phone vibrates. You pick it up. Next thing you know, you're scrolling Reels or on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, whatever.
And from these brands, a small kind of buying guide of what some good products from these brands are.
Yeah. So the Nothing brand has just released earlier this month the Nothing Phone 4A, which at its low price of $500, which is crazy that $500 is a low price, but
that's true.
With the price of $500, it gets a lot of features that like the iPhone 17e, which is iPhone's cheapest model, doesn't have, and the iPhone 17e is $100 more.
Yeah.
And so what are some of the features that the Nothing Phone 4A provides?
Well, some of the main features is the chip. The chip isn't necessarily the best one, but it's good enough for the normal person.
Yeah.
It makes the phone fast, snappy, and easy to use. And combine that with Nothing OS, which is their skin on top of Android.
It just feels very smooth.
Yeah, they've optimized it to feel very smooth.
Some of that's also to do with the screen it has, which is an 144 hertz screen, which is way higher than iPhones provide at that price range. And so just coming out with the idea that you can have a cheap phone with high specs, including like the cameras, because it has all 3 cameras. It has a full suite of them rather than the iPhone 17e, which only has 1 camera, which is not very good in that price range. Yeah.
And then the Framework 13, one of the main laptops from Framework.
Yeah, it just is a very recommendable laptop because it's not super expensive. It's like right around $1,000. But just knowing that in 4 to 5 years, when you want that thing to feel fast again, you can spend $400 on a new chip instead of buying a whole $1,200 laptop. And just knowing that it's going to be half the price every time after that until you break a screen or something and you have to buy a new screen. But
that's true.
It's easy to upgrade only the screen rather than buying a whole laptop. So the Framework laptop is really just a good buying idea if you just want something that is going to be cheaper in the long run, and maybe even just upgradable in the long run if you decide to start using it for some more powerful things.
Okay.
And then how about for OnePlus?
Well, especially for like students, they have the OnePlus Pad 3, which at $700 isn't necessarily like the cheapest like tablet, but yeah, I mean you can get like $100-$200 like really cheap
Android tablet, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's in the same price range as Apple iPads, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it has better specs than a lot of the competitors. In a lot of ways, it beats the iPads of the same price or like the Samsung tablets. And it has some great features, like especially for students. It has this feature called Open Canvas where you can have several different apps open on your screen at the same time.
Yeah.
Through split screen, you can have, I think, up to theoretically 4 apps open simultaneously on your screen. And then if you have like a OnePlus phone, which we didn't cover in this episode, but if you have a OnePlus phone, there's several ecosystem features that work with it.
So you don't even have to have an Apple device and be part of that large company. You can even find ecosystem things in a smaller, lesser known company, can't you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, lesser known brands are in a lot of ways just better in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
They're pushed to be better, to be unique, to not be kind of the same old.
Not boring. Yeah.
And this has been kind of a background of these lesser brands and some products that we can confidently suggest to you as the viewer. But also, what's your favorite lesser brand? Let us know down in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.